have you guys. I hope you're ready for a good time. And I love this call in specifically because if you want to scale your business, if you want to get more customers, if you want to achieve your dreams in your partner co business, um, it takes 80% mindset and 20% skill. Now, what's great is we have a very big mindset piece down. Who here has been joining us for our daily Breakfast of Champions calls? Have you been enjoying that? You've been hearing from major people. Like a lot of these people, no joke, if they were public speakers, and many of them are, and they charge a speaking fee, they would charge top dollar for what it is we are basically getting for free 99. So I'd encourage with you, I'm going to drop today, by the way, a lot of resources. Okay. My goal today is to unconfuse you and make sure that you know where everything is. So one thing that I want to share is make sure if you're not following these Breakfast of Champions podcasts, we have a website with all the replays. It's bocpodcast.com, bocpodcast.com. And it's an aspect of our system that we have now put together. All right. And if you're brand new, I want to welcome you to the family and just share a little bit. I don't know if you feel this way at all, but when you're ongoing to a new goal, you start a new journey, you have a couple mixed feelings. You have both excitement, but you also have some fear and an anticipation. You guys know what I'm talking about. It can be a little overwhelming. It can feel like you're drinking through a fire hose, especially in our organization here. Something we really pride ourselves in is professional training. Like you have a lot of support here. Has anyone here ever had another network marketing experience where maybe you joined and you kind of were left high and dry? Like they're just like, buy the product and good luck. You're like, now what? Just go talk to people. How? Just do it. And yes, you can fail forward through that, but I don't know about you. I don't have years to wait and I don't want to burn through all my relationships. Who here wants to do things where you can feel confident, you can feel professional, you can know that what you're doing is something that's proven and tested just like our amazing products. So I was so grateful when I got introduced to this that I found some good mentors. And I didn't know my butt from my elbow with this business. Everything here absolutely is learnable, by the way. And I want to encourage you on that because I know when you get started, Excel, your first company, come on, right? I know when you first get started, at least how I thought, I don't know if you've ever felt this way, is you might look at the people, the people on the Breakfast of Champions calls, the top money earners, and you're like, man, they're just different. They were just born that way. They were born great speakers. They were born with social media followers. Like that's just how they were. But the reality is, it was absolutely not that case. And the reason why I love this training in particular is the goal is to give you the nuts and bolts on exactly what to do that is actually duplicatable and scalable. You see, my heart is this. I started this profession when I was a 19-year-old broke college student. I literally have had no skills. I was the most skeptical person in the world. It took like I did not know how to talk to anybody. I had no social media following. I remember trying to make my first post and I was just scared on what to say and how to say it and everything. Or I post it and just be crickets and my mom would like it. Like I didn't know anything. But what I did is I followed a proven system and take notes on this. I was willing to suck until I got bad. And then I was willing to be bad until I got good. And then I was willing to be good until I got great. And here's a really big thing I'd encourage you on doing: become so good you can't do it wrong. You see, my mentor dropped this early on. He said, James, there's some people in the world that it's harder for them to not make money in their life than it is harder for them to make money. Think about that again. Hear that again. That tripped me up because I was in a place that it felt impossible to make money. It felt like I never had enough. It felt like I was always stuck in debt and I just could not get ahead. And it wasn't until I realized that success in this business is systematic. And if you pick up the right skills with the right standard of the skills, and you do it over the course of time, there will come a day that you too will say, doing this is so simple, it's like automatic. Who here would love to set that as a goal, that making money is harder to not do than it is to do? Put a me in the comments below. It's important. I had a conversation. I see Pam Middleton here. We've been partners for, gosh, 8-9 years. And Pam, I remember early on, there were days she was not the senior officer that she is now. There were days that I remember there were times that she literally broke down because something just wasn't clicking. But you know what she did? She kept on going. She kept on learning. She didn't let age be an excuse. She's a grandma. She didn't let a different profession be an excuse. She was a registered nurse manager for 40 years, right? But she said, I'm willing, coachable hunger. I will figure this out no matter what. And just the other day, she's on a phone call with me and she shares with me, James, I just got off this call and I got someone started with like a $2,500 package and it was like easy. And I'm like, hey, that's what I'm talking about, sister. So all of us can absolutely get better. So I want to encourage you on that. All right. It was super awesome. It was so much fun to see. So let me give a couple of important things and priorities, because it starts with, in your business success, it starts not with the tactics. It starts with the vision. It starts with some strategy. It starts with just some knowing of where you're going. All right. So we have a couple of things I'd love to be able to share. Number one is I'd encourage us all, there are some goals. One thing I've learned in 15 years of this business is no matter how hard you work, if you don't have a commitment of what you want to do right now, your work will go to nothing. Who here wants to make sure that you're not just working and it leads to no results? Right? We're not just doing this for fun. We want to make sure that we can transform your life and transform your family. So one thing that I challenge every single one of us to set down as a goal, no matter how long you've been involved or how new that you are, who here's willing to be challenged, by the way, give me a wave or put a me in the comments, like you're willing to be challenged. And a challenge means you're willing to step up your standards, right? I had to go through a lot of these. So what it is we have a giveaway that's happening this week. Here, wouldn't mind some Partner Co swag, some cool stuff, I'm telling you, the swag here is good. So we have a contest going on. This is pinned in our featured section in the Warrior Movement Facebook page, but it's our 1, 2, 3 giveaway. And what it is, there's a really cool tracker. You can find it all on this post here, but you can download the tracker, you can print it out. And what's the focus? This week, your goal is to enroll 3 people, at least 2 customers and 1 activated partner. For some of us, that seems simple. For some of us, that seems really, really crazy. It's like, how am I going to do it? My encouragement to you is this: make the decision first, and then the follow-up will come afterwards. I'm going to fill in the gaps on that follow-up. But if you're willing to at least make that decision first, then the ways will start to appear. Put a 3 in the comments if you're down to run with this and play this game. All right. I'm in the game with you too, by the way. I'm one of those people that I don't want to just be a coach from the grandstand. I want to be a runner in the field, because we have the most beautiful business in the world. This week, I think I've enrolled 4 brand partners already. This week, I've already gotten 1 or 2 other customers. So I hit the 3 within the first day or 2. All right. While juggling a baby, while juggling a team, while doing all these things. We're all busy. But it comes down to the priority and then knowing how to do it. All right. So be sure to grab that. Now, how do we do that? Well, we have a couple of tools to make things a lot easier. All right. So I want to walk you through one of our main sites here. And what tools do is tools make your labor a lot easier. Okay. If you don't have them, it won't help. I'm putting together a lot of things for the nursery now. We are 1 week into baby Jaden being back home now. And gosh, parents, man, this is a whole different challenge. Women, I have so much respect for you. Like, I don't understand how it's such a miraculous thing. But I will be honest, it felt like I was brand new in the business again. It felt like I was just thrown into the deep end. I was so stressed out and anxious, but failure's not an option, right? There's no return policy on that baby. So you got to go figure it out. And you make things happen sometimes. And we're changing out a light at the top of his room, and we don't have a ladder yet because we didn't need one before. So because it didn't have the tool, you have to go do some MacGyver stuff. And I put up a stool. This is probably not wise. It's a stool that swivels kind of like this. And imagine put it right in the center of the room because it's the only thing that is as tall enough in the room. I'm stepping on there. I'm up there at the ceiling. I'm trying to like unscrew things. It's moving, it's pivoting. My wife's like, I'm about to lose. Baby Jaden's about to lose his father right here. Thank God we were safe. But I bring this up because, yes, you can do things with a swivelly stool and change out a light. But who here would rather just have a nice ladder? Because it's a lot safer and it's a lot easier, right? So if you want to make it happen, you can make it happen. But let's do things with as least casualty as possible, all right? I did get a ladder, by the way, and it's going to be really nice the next time. So these tools are your ladders to have. And just like a good carpenter, if you don't know what your tools are and what to use them for, they won't help too much. So if you haven't gone through them yet, be sure to grab this link. You'll get this through our onboarding. And check back in here, save this. I'm not going to go through all of them today. Last week, we went through the 5 steps to success, getting your link, setting up your subscription, all of that. I love seeing one of our partners. He is back on board. He's excited. Mr. Jason Bendabel here. He got on board yesterday and he's just going through the links. He's like, boom, 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 just getting it all together. I'm like, that's how you do it. And the first and the most important thing is this, okay? Making your first post. Now, this post is how you launch your business. And there's a very important science to this. So let me go through how to do this, but it also, some of us have already made this post, which is good. If you've already made your pinned post, put a 1 in the comments below. All right, if you haven't yet, I want to walk through this with you. So as you go through this, I'm going to share my screen. I think you should be able to see these things. This post is key, and some common things that we've seen to be an issue. And the reason why this is important is you want to make sure these posts have been hand selected to be tuned for the Facebook algorithm as best as possible. All right. And by the way, you can always repost these as well too. So when you go through your boards, we have a whole bunch of cheat codes here. We give you everything that you need. So we have some Australians here, by the way. So if you notice, we have a 2-part board. If you're in Australia, go to the day and night drop one. But if you're out here in the States or Canada, my Canadian friends, go to the Slenderx and accelerate. So these pinned posts, I was chatting with another of our new partners, Veronica Escobedo. She is crushing it. She's just like, James, stop holding me back. Like, I need to go, go, go. I love it. Like, that's good, So she's running it. So as you go to these color block posts, you want to make sure that you pick the one that resonates with you the most, and then tune it up a little bit. Okay. And leaders, I want you to think success all comes down to how quickly are we launching our business? And second question, how quickly are you helping your teammates launch their business as well too? Okay. So go through these. And let's say I'm looking at this example and I'm like, struggle with my weight my entire life. I learned because of hormones. Finally found something that's helping people lose half a pound a day. Want to see. Okay. That's a pretty good one there. So if I grab this, if you see in the boards, I'm going to have the text. So I might just take this and copy it. And I'm going to now put this onto my Facebook. All right. A couple key things on Facebook. Let's go onto here. One of our aspects to our system is every day we want to make 2 posts onto your Facebook feed specifically. Now you can do more. Some of us, you're going to Instagram, you're doing stories, you're doing TikToks. All these things are great. But did you guys know that Facebook is the largest platform of social media and still the highest converting platform on social media? So if you're going to pick one place, I want to pick a place that I can do, but also I can duplicate. So I'm going to go post this up. I'm going to go what's on your mind. And then I'm going to pick my favorite color block background. These color blocks are super important because they show up differently than an image. These color blocks, when you type them in, register with the Facebook algorithm in a different way. Okay. So I'm going to paste it here. If you see, boom, it's just like that. Now, some of us, you might see that it might not fit into your text block. Have any of you guys noticed that? You're like copying it in and it's not working. You're like, why is that the case? One thing we found to be common, if you go back to the boards here, is we have found that on people's phone settings, the font is too big. So if you find that to be the case, we have this little script here on showing people how to shrink their font so it's actually smaller so more can show up in the color block right there. Okay, so tip for you guys. So let's say I am making this post and what I want to do is, I'm launching my business. Boom, I'm going to post this up. Guys, was that difficult? I don't know what's more difficult than that. What's easier than this? Something we also tell our teammates to do, and encourage all of our newest teammates to do, is for our first post, we like to boost it up and give some love to it. So what you want to do is you want to go into here, and leaders, do you know how to walk your teammates to doing this? The more of your people that are launching their business, the better. Tammy Egbert, I've been chatting with her. She's one of our officers. She's been doing amazing things. Every week, her business and her income and her team's income has been growing, growing, growing. You know why? Because Tammy is really relentless about her newest teammates coming on board, launching their business. Just the little simple steps, the little simple steps. You don't have to be some social media superstar here to do well. You just have to be really good at the small things, the simple things, and be able to duplicate that out there. So I'm going to click on share. I'm going to click on copy link. And once I'm in this, we have a Telegram group that is called the Warrior Movement Support Group. All right. Hey, here's Veronica. Let's go help out Veronica here. Let's go. And good. By the way, this is one of those work sessions too. So like take advantage of this time, right? So let's go to Veronica's. Yeah. So she shared hers. Congratulations. I see a lot of people are boosting this. And Veronica, you actually have a buying question here. I saw Irene asked, how safe is this? And does it interact with others? Let's see. Send you info, mine cleared. It's all natural, does not counteract. Awesome, awesome. DM me your email. Nice, perfect. Now, curious, Veronica, you're here. Did you happen to send her anything privately yet? Feel free to unmute yourself.
Hang on. Okay, there we go. Yes. So I responded to her, and then there was also somebody else named Kendra. And what I did was I went to the share.partner.co resource and sent the specific information for the brochure that included the ingredients and what they do. So that way, if she wants to take it to her provider, she can. Coincidentally, her and I were both in the healthcare system in the administrative side. So really, it's just kind of walking into someone's office and being like, hey, what do you think about this? They're going to look it over and then be like, yes or no. So, and then she'll go over what she has. So she doesn't even necessarily really need to schedule an appointment. And then the other girl is very, very interested in losing weight for her wedding. So I was like, girl, I'll hook you up right now, you and your husband.
There we go. Come on. Veronica's about to get her first customer. I already know.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes. So I'm going to be running for the 3.
You got it. Come on, guys. Let's throw some love in the chat for Veronica here. This is how you get good. You just lean in and you just move forward, right? Veronica, do you mind if I share some other steps you can do too to make things even better as well? These are great. Okay. So here's a couple of things that we can do. I'm going to show you some hacks now. And what's great about this is everything you did is fantastic. What I want to show everyone is the goal of duplication. We have a board system here with a bunch of scripts that can help you walk things step by step by step. So in our boards, we have what's called message scripts. In here, we have, if people come in interested about the drops, and then those interested about making money, we have figured out a flow because we've talked to thousands of people. So we figured out a flow on what people typically do. So something that we can do here is, let's just say I'm going to go message Veronica. All right. So I'm just going to use this as an example. I'm going to pull her up. And let's say she asked me buying questions. I'm going to shoot out a private message here. And I'm going to pull up boards. Okay. If you have boards, it can either connect directly to your phone keyboard. So if you see on the iPhone, it'll appear right here, which is cool. Or if you want, you can also just go directly to the boards and you can copy from here over. It's up to you. Okay. So Veronica, if you said, I want information, what I'll also do is I'll send you a personal DM. And on this, I'm going to go down to the script 1B. They ask for information. So I'm going to copy this here and play along with me on this, Veronica. And you can be like a negative prospect or, take out your frustrations on me. So let me paste this in here. I'm just showing you one way to do this. Okay. So it says, hey, name. Who here believes we should swap out the name? Guys, I'm telling you, I had someone pitch me the other day, and he literally used a script and he left hey name in the chat. I'm like,
whoopsie.
I know. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. Hey, Veronica. Yes, we have tools, but don't be lazy. And it says, thanks for asking for more info on the drops that go into your tongue. They suppress your appetite, balance hormones. They support blah, blah, blah. All natural homeopathic. This is a good blurb, by the way. When people ask you what are the drops, it's a very simple cut and dry response. Okay. It's also going to give them more information. This link is what we call the machine link. So let me show you what happens. So here's more information, and then say your name, swap out your name. So in this situation, let's say it's me, right? So I'm going to say James Zheng sent you, and you'll be entered in a drawing to win a free 30-day supply. When you think you'll be able to watch the video by, excited to see what you think, because I want to get a follow-up time. So let's say I send this. Veronica, what might you say in response to this?
I don't have time to watch it today because I'm pretty stacked with meetings, but I can watch it by tomorrow. But I do have some additional questions. So when you say that it suppresses appetite, got that, but it balances hormones.
Yeah.
What if your hormones aren't dysregulated, or if they are dysregulated, like how does that address it? How does it know what to supplement for?
It's a really good question. And these are also in our boards as well, too. By the way, in our boards, when you have questions about the drops, there's one board, it's called Drops Common Questions. And this one, you can go down a whole rabbit hole of all these different types of things. There's all different types of questions. Over the 13 years we've been selling this, we've probably heard almost every single one of them. So let me see here. What would be one for you? You talked about, okay. This one's kind of somewhat similar. I'm using X hormones. Can I use the drops? So here it talks about you're safe to use the drops. And specifically, they balance the body's hormones with insulin, cortisol, ghrelin, and leptin. Those are the four that we are supporting for. Okay. So yeah, if someone says once they're balanced, do they know it's balanced? Most people, I don't think most people are aware. I'm curious, who here knows your insulin, cortisol, ghrelin, and leptin levels? Like you've done blood work on that. I'm actually not, I don't even know. What I do know is this, Veronica, if I'm struggling with some health things, lack of sleep, I need more energy, I want to lose some weight, more than likely I have some parts here to be able to help support this. Okay. So that's a big one that is super, super important. All right. But even if they're,
this is a good response too. This is a great response too, because I really think that most people have heard stress and cortisol correlated. So then they can say like, oh, this is going to help reduce my cortisol, sign me up.
There we go. That's exactly it. Yes. So by this time, you might already be interested. You're like, oh man, tell me what I have to do. So Veronica, what you're going to do is you're going to come onto this site. And I want us all to think as a prospect. So you open up this link. This is what we call the machine. The reason why it's called the machine is it prompts you into the email opt-in page. Okay, this is key. So let's say I'm putting in my name here, James Zheng, and then I'm putting in my email. All right. Don't go spamming me with all types of things now. I'm going to put in Veronica Escobedo referred me. What does this do? Well, I'm going to click the scoop. And once you're here, it'll lead you to the main page on the landing page of all the information. So I can scroll down here, I can join our Facebook community, I can read all about the product and everything. Even if I keep on scrolling down, it'll upsell me to even become a brand partner as well too. This one link educates on so many things. The genius here, Veronica, is let's say I took a look at this. Who here, by the way, has ever looked for something you were about to buy and then you exited the page, right? Like this happens all the time. I did this right before this. We're looking for travel strollers, which, by the way, if anyone has good recommendations, the travel stroller and car seat for Australia, let us know. All right. So we were doing some search, but then I had to hop onto this meeting, right? So I had to exit out of the windows. So you know what's cool? Let's say I hopped out of this, Veronica, is that now I am in 14 days of email automations. And it will give you these emails. Now, if you want to know where the emails are, you can go to this links page here. And in the links, this will actually show you, we have what's called the non-buyer emails. If you really wanted to look at all the emails, you wanted to use the copy in it, you wanted to build your own campaigns, you can read through all of these, and it's going to have all of our actual emails in a text form. Okay. So kind of cool there. All right. Now, what do we do though? So you sent the information. I'm back in the drops pipeline, and I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to be like, Veronica, hey, I watched the video. Or let's say I didn't. Who here is people that expressed interest in the product, but they stopped responding? Like they didn't say anything else. You gave them the link and you're like, now what do I do? Do I just wait? Do I pray? Do I, go stalk them down? And, no joke. I literally had a business situation where I had to knock down someone's door and get him to go talk about some business before. It has happened. That's called love. Anywho, separate story. So what you can do is down here, we actually have a really good follow-up message. We have 6A. It says, if they didn't buy, follow up. And this is a very simple touch point. Hey, Veronica, hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to see if you had additional information on the drops. People are loving them, having great results. I would love for you to try them. Guys, can we agree that's pretty like low pressure, kind of nice, kind of everything, right? But you know what the best follow-up is? The best follow-up is to follow up on the friendship. The best follow-up is to connect with them. Veronica, how's family? Veronica, how is everything going? And you know what's great? Because I'm in the email automations now. When we're talking, I know Veronica and I talked about the drops. And when I feel seen, heard, and loved, then I'm going to be interested in them. Here's a key phrase. Be interested, not interesting. Be interested, not interesting. You want to fall in love with people. You want to really just get to know them so much to the point that it's like, man, they're like my best friend. And as you do that, and as you're promoting, as you're expanding, as you're marketing, as you're touching base and educating, a lot of these things can happen there. All right. Okay. So let's go back to this. We are now going through, and she followed up. Let's say Veronica sent me that little script. I'm like, oh yeah, watch the video. Well, what do you do next? Simply go down the numbers and she'll respond. I have to know. Let me text this over to you. All right, Veronica. This time, I'm going to give you an example where I actually use the boards connected to my phone. All right. So let's say you said, I watched the video. I'm going to go to boards. I'm going to go to message scripts, drops pipeline, and I'm going to go to number 2. If it doesn't disappear on me, that'd be helpful. Of course, while doing a demo, technology is fun.
And how did you get the boards to connect to Facebook?
Yes.
Or your phone.
To the phone, yeah. So when you're back on the boards itself, let me see here. Go back to the links page. So let's open this one up. When you're back here and you go to step number 5, it'll show you how to connect it to your keyboard.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So pretty cool when that happens there. All right. So I'm going to send you this. Veronica, I'm asking you, are you drawn to the skinny drops, the income potential, or both? What does this do? This is one simple, soft sell to upsell people to potentially be a partner. Who here wants more excited partners like you to be able to help share these amazing products with the world as well too? All right. If we never offer it, they're never going to say yes. So that's why right away I'm asking this. So Veronica, if I ask you that question, what might you answer?
Both, because I still have 40 more pounds to drop and I have tuition to pay for.
Let's go. Guys, do you think that's a realistic response? Like, people are like, why not? The two biggest resolutions in the world, are they not losing weight and making more money? That's why I love our business, because I mean, it's the biggest need. Now what do I do? All right. Well, I'm going to go down these scripts. So it says you're interested in the money one. So it says they say making money. If you read this, it says don't send. I'm going to pull it up on my actual board so you can see this. They say making money. It says don't send, instructions only. Continue to message 3A in make money pipeline. So I'm actually now going to hop over, because she's now going from a product prospect over to a business one. So I'm going to hop over to the make money pipeline. I'm going to go to 3A. And you know what I'm going to do? Is anyone here ever scared of closing the deal? Like, you can talk all day. You're excited when you share. But when it comes to closing, there's something scary about the close. Well, the only reason why it's scary is because we don't know the right words and aren't confident with how the process works. So I'm going to pull this one up. All right. So I'm going to shoot this out. And we are in the midst, by the way, of updating. I have a committee. Tammy's on this, for example. We're on a committee that's constantly updating and getting things better as well too. We're getting everything extra compliant. So I even notice here, it says, I'm going to replace this right here. We have a simple system that'll help people. I need to think of a good way to verbalize this. Tammy, think about a way to talk about this, and I'm going to update it. All right. But for now, this is totally fine because it's private messaging. All right. So let's say I'm using this one, and I'm going to go back to Veronica. I'm going to be like, Veronica, here we go. You're going to love it. It's simple. We have a great system. You're going to like it. Quick question. If this could get everything you wanted from the business, what would that look like for you? So what are some of your goals, Veronica?
It would look like success.
Success. What does success look like?
Success is paying $28,000 of tuition a semester. That is success.
That is called, I was going to say robbery, but that's probably not
true. That's super mom.
I'm just kidding. I have nothing against the education system. Thank God for my parents. My gosh, it's intense. But we bring this up because that's the key. You see, there's a saying that if you can help enough people get what they want, you can get everything that you want. If you're having trouble getting people to buy or join, here's my tip for you. Do you know what they want? Do you know what they want? One check that I have is if I ever feel like have you guys ever been in a conversation, like a prospect conversation, you feel like you're just talking too much? Like, it's like, I don't know how to stop. I'm just talking. It's like, how do I come this to a close? More than likely at that point, that's why we have these scripts to kind of help guide you in the conversation. But couldn't these be a phone conversation? Couldn't these be a Zoom? Couldn't these be around a dinner table or something, right? If you ever find yourself in a place where you feel lost in the woods of your conversation, or you feel like you're stuck, more than likely it's because we've lost sight about their goals. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back. I'll be like, Larry, I know you're looking at the drops right now. Can I ask you, what would success with your health look like for you? And Larry would say, I'd be able to be vibrant around my family. I'd be able to lose 50 pounds. I'd be able to fit in clothes that I haven't been able to fit in for a long time. I feel confident in the mirror. Do you see that key right there? If you can help enough people get what they want, you can get everything that you want. So quick little tip. All right, Veronica, we're going back to you. Put a 1 in the comments if any of this is helpful. I love these scenarios, even if you've been through them, because I remember learning so much from just seeing these things in action. Okay. I want you to be so fluid with this that you're just like, I got this. All right. So Veronica told me her goal. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the make money pipeline. And what's the next one? I'm going to say, okay, no matter what they say, guys, do we believe that this business, if applied well and worked at, can help Veronica pay $28,000 of tuition every single semester? Yes or yes? It's absolutely possible. So what I'm going to say is this. I'm going to use this one. All right. Well, I can assure you, you can absolutely do that. Let's do this. I want to make sure you're set up and you can be successful. I'm going to create a link for you to get started. And we have an info sheet on some of the popular products here. Here's some popular products to start. Okay. We have some packages that are some example packs. You can create whatever packs that you want. Some of you are doing a bulk buy. We have two routes. Some of us are buying in bulk and reselling them, which is awesome. We have those packages. We have others that are selling through online. There's many different packages, but to make it easy, we have one here. So I'm going to paste this and send this. Now Veronica could go through this. Now Veronica, if you really wanted to, she could take a look at some of these products as a quick sneak peek. And then she's going to come back and she's going to be like, I want X pack. All right. So Veronica, out of these packs, which one seems to be the best for you? Oh, sorry. I have one more script. Go to number 5. Say this after you share the graphic. Okay. I'm going to update some of these as we go in.
While you're updating that, something that I like is the language that's utilized in the scripts is not invasive or pushy. And so it feels like there's genuine interest. And that's worth mentioning and noting. Someone who develops language for a living.
Grateful to hear that. And that's the key. We want to be personable. We want to follow a guideline that's proven to succeed, but you also want to be you as well too. So I'm glad that you had that feedback, Veronica. So which pack do you think? So the message is most people start with the bigger pack. We found that most people make their income faster with that one, but it's up to you. Which one would be a good place to start for you?
I'm going to reply with how I replied in real life. Yeah. Can we customize a pack?
You can customize a pack as well too. And then at that point, I'll have a conversation and I'll find out, what do you want, right? We can figure out whatever that you want. We just want to get up to these levels. So we give you some selections here just to make it easy. But hey, it's your products. You can pick whatever that you want, which is awesome. And Veronica, by the way, went ultimate day 1. So congrats to Veronica. That's the way to do things. If you're not ultimate, that is the place to go to. And once she does that, congratulations. I'm going to send her the link. By the way, guys, have you guys seen the new, who here today went and saw the new enrollment flow online? Did anyone see that? Partner Code just updated everything. So let's say I'm on the site. Do you guys want to see how simple it is to create an enrollment link? Okay. So I'm on my actual Partner Code site. I go to the menu. I'm already logged in. And I'm going to click on this enroll a new brand partner. I'm going to click on this and watch how sexy this is. If you're familiar with the old version, this is much nicer. It's much simpler. I'm going to click next here. Okay. And as I do this, you can choose a couple of things. You can confirm who's the sponsor. I'm going to confirm placement. We have a whole tutorial, so I'm not going to teach through this. We're going to pick your product pack. Let's just say I'm picking one of these, or because Veronica wanted to customize, I can shop all. And I can actually go through all of these and I can shop everything, shop the whole cart. Okay. To make it easy for today, I'm just going to add something to the cart here. I'm going to add this trifecta pack to the bag. We click next. At any moment, you can create a link from this if you like on the top. Do you guys see where it says Smart Link? This is right at that place. You can create a link for them to enter. I'm going to keep on going forward because I also want to set up a subscription. Guys, this is huge. This is actually updated now. You can not just choose a starter pack. You can also choose a subscription pack. Why is this key? Subscription makes sure that people maximize their profits and they can earn the most, and they're using the product at a big discount. But you know what also is great about this? It allows you to right away start building up recurring income. Who here wants to build this business so that one day you can walk away and not worry about getting paid or not? It just keeps on coming in. So subscriptions are key. So you can actually choose that. So let's say a popular, I'll actually change these real quick in a bit, but let's say we do shop all, and I'll add, let's see, I'll give you 2 nonis. I'm going to continue shopping. At this point, I'll go to next. And then what I'll do is I will go to this checkout scene, and then I'll click on the smart link on top so you can make your link. All right. So let's say I stop here. I'm going to click on the smart link on the top. You're going to name the link. I'm going to name this superstar because Veronica, you're a superstar. If you need a pin, you can add that as well too if you put in personal information. And boom, got the link. Veronica, I'm going to go back here, message scripts, make money pipeline. And down here, it says send enrollment link. So I'm going to press this. I'm going to insert my enrollment smart link. And boom, here you go. So Veronica grabs it, and then she's going to let me know her brand partner ID number. She is there. All right. Adalia, this is available in Australia as of every one of us just got it today. So you're not behind. So you're good. Pam said, can we sign up? Yeah, go for it.
I have a question that's sort of related to this in the checkout. So in the booklet that comes with the drops, they have categorized reset, burn fat, and maintain into particular categories. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
And then there's product recommendations by the reset, product recommendations by burn fat and maintain. Are there preset carts to that whole pack? Like, let's say someone were to say, I want to lose weight, I want to get on the drops, and I want the Mercedes version. Someone says, I want the Cadillac version, I want the Ford version, or, you know, whatever, right? Or would that be something that we create in the enrollment links? Or do you know what I mean? Like the smart link.
There are many packs, and take a look at the shopping cart and see if there already is one that exists. But if not, to what you just said, feel free to customize, and then you can just have your own links that are just standard. You can just keep on setting as well too. Okay. Yeah, good question right there. You know, so yeah, so good. Let me see. Pam asked, can we sign up a preferred customer using the preferred customer link if they want us to? Yeah, for sure. So Pam, if you have your own smart link and you are for a customer, you can process it for them. Is that what your question is?
Yeah. So last week we were not able to. No matter what you did, you could not. So when you went to click on that preferred customer link, it automatically went to enrollment. So can you
Which enrollment?
The enrollment that's.
Oh, sorry.
Can you go back to the original screen for the enrollment link and?
So you're saying on the Partner Co site, that one?
Yes, on the Partner Co site.
Yeah, let me take a look at this. All right. I'm back here. Okay. This one?
Yes. Click on enroll a new preferred customer.
Ah.
Yeah, it doesn't allow you.
Okay. Let me actually ask about this. I think they're still updating these. But
no, I think they switched it out, James. I think that they only want you to use the smart link. So you'd have to do the smart link, send it to yourself, and then go in through the smart link and do it. And these are just for the people, you know, older people who don't want to navigate the website. They want you to, you know, handle it for them.
Makes sense. I'm going to take a note on that and ask because, I mean, if it has a button for enroll a new preferred customer, I should probably enroll a preferred customer. So, we're constantly work in progress. The entire site, by the way, and I think more than likely, Pam, this will be fixed because in the next months, we're about to get a whole new website, and that's going to have all of this will be even updated too. So more than likely be fixed by then as well too. You know, so They removed the preferred customer enrollment link from the My Business menu. Gotcha. Yeah, you're going to see in the next couple of months a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, but that's okay. You'll be fine. Sunny asked, can you say logged into your account in mobile? It depends. I think it'll kick you out at certain times. So just for safety and security reasons there. All right. Okay. Cool. So let's complete this whole thing here with Veronica. Veronica signs up. She shoots me a message. And I want to complete the loop here, because who here is here because you want massive duplication and scale, right? She messages me back. She's like, James, I got my product. Let's go. What I'm going to do now, let me toggle back to the boards, is I'm going to go down here. And it says, after they join, here's a nice little message script. So I'm going to copy this over. I'm going to send this over to Veronica now. Boom. What does this do? Guys, what I wanted to show you is how this whole thing loops and scales. So I'm going to click on this. This gets someone onboarded. The success of your newest brand partner is not getting them enrolled. Success of your newest brand partner is, are they launching and are they applying the system? Did you guys get that? That is key. Because people can do their business however that they want, but if they want consistency, if they want scalability, we want to make sure they get hooked into a system so that it's something that with or without you, they can succeed in. So in here, you can put in some of your information, it opts you in, and what it opts you back into, Veronica, this is going to be like magic. It actually brings you all the way back to the very beginning to this links page. And it'll show them how to get onboarded themselves. Guys, we just went through getting a pinned post up about the drops, and we navigated over to upselling them to become a brand partner. We got them started, we got them hooked, and now we're launching them as well too. Tammy said that right. It is the most favorite board to send because now we've made this loop. So I want you, as we're leaving this conversation, I want you to envision completing this whole process. Who here wants to get so good that it almost feels like everyone you talk to gets started? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments below. Let me share with you a big tip. I remember for a long time, I would look at the people that be getting people started left and right like they were aliens. Because here I was trying my hardest. I was talking to people. I was seemingly following the training. I was doing the do. And here I am. I'm just going back and forth and back and forth. And it's like, they're not saying yes, or they're ghosting me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And it looks like these other people are just crushing it. And they're just like getting people signed up left and right. Number one, more than likely, you're not in enough conversations to actually have results. Okay. If you talk to 10 people, Jim Rohn says, you might get one, you might get two. So the first question to think is, are we in enough conversations? That's why every day we say it's important to make your 2 posts a day. Your morning post is your lifestyle personal. Your afternoon one is the drops post, which is also in our boards. That's how we also say it's important to do what we call the engagement sandwich. So that you're engaging on 10 people's feeds before you post the drops post, and then 10 after. So you're seeing new eyeballs. This really works, guys. Who here's noticed since you started engaging with people that different people are now actually showing up, right? Louis like, yeah, where do these people come from? I literally signed up someone today. She's in another company. You know what she said? She said, James, somehow you just landed on my feed. You know what that somehow is? The engagement sandwich. So it's just that consistency over the course of time. All right, so now that we have that, but this is what I want to give to you, is one thing I studied about the people that had consistent success is they could begin with the end in mind. It's like the moment they had someone ping them on their post, they already assumed that they were getting started. They could already visualize the end result. If Diane comments on my post, I'm like, Diane and I are going to be best friends. Diane and I, she does not even know this yet, but she's going to be the next top money earner. She's going to have a transformative experience on the drops. And I want to challenge you and encourage you to start retuning and rewiring the way that you think and expect the best. Can you put that in the chat? Expect the best. Expect the best. One thing I realized is I was shooting myself in the foot. And honestly, my subconscious was saying, they're not going to buy. They're not going to join. They're going to say they're broke. They're going to say next time, just like they always do. Have you ever heard yourself saying these things before? Hey, be very careful what we say to ourselves, because what you wish for, you might just get it. So some of us need to retune our mind. How do you do it? Retune that expectation, but also get so good. Why do I like the scripts? They give confidence, because it gives you the lane to run down where you're like, these are my guardrails. All right. And as you do that, then you're going to be able to have some really cool success. All right. So did you guys learn something today? Was this fun? Can we give Veronica a big round of applause? That was just randomly. I just thank you for being a great sparring partner. But I want to give you a couple of opportunities here. Okay. Tomorrow night, if you're watching this live, by popular demand, every Wednesday, we have a live presentation called Wellness 360 Live. They're customer focused, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be chatting with Lacey Watson. GLP-1, who here's heard that anywhere? GLP-1 or semaglutide or all these, very big. Lacey Watson is someone that's both used GLP-1 and the drops, had amazing success. She's also a nurse practitioner and she's a certified naturopathic practitioner. So she has both the traditional Western and the holistic and personal experience on both. We're going to talk about GLP-1, pros, cons, drops. And the main message is try drops first. Okay. This will help you. And it's a buzzword right now. Good opportunity to expose new people to. Also a good opportunity to expose people that you've talked to. Here's one cool little message script you can share. Under message scripts, we have other scripts. There's one that says follow-up prospect for Wellness 360 Live. You might use this and go to every single person that said yes to your information and share them a script like this and tune it a little bit. Hey, Twyla, I know we've been talking about the drops. We have a live call tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific or 7 p.m. Mountain or Central. I think she's Mountain, 6 p.m. Mountain, to share more details on what they are, how to get the best results. If I can link you to it, would you be interested and available? If not, no worries, just thought I'd ask. Guys, who here are some prospects that you think you can follow up with on something like that? Take that and just shoot that out. Some will be like, I can make it. Some, they'll watch the replay. We put them on replays. So that's one thing to consider. All right. Another thing that we just launched. We'll talk about this more and more and more. If you like the training that we had here, who here can agree that there's probably way more than we're even able to share about how you can maximize your business, your skills, and everything, okay? There's so much that we can talk about. We didn't even talk about stories. We didn't even talk about Instagram. We didn't even talk about other closing scripts. We didn't even talk about how do you close a medical professional? How about someone that's on your chicken list? Like, there are so many things that we can talk about, but in these conversations, we literally just don't have enough time. It took an hour to get through all of these very essential things that, by the way, by itself is already good enough. But who here, if there were more training, even higher level skill sets, mindset, leadership, and all that, who here would think that that would be a value for you in your success? Give me a wave or put a me in the comments if that's the case. I want to invite every single one of you. We have a special group that's called the 10 and 2 Mastermind. Anyone can be a part of this, and it's very simple. If in the course of 1 month, you enroll at least 10 customers and 2 activated partners, you get involved into this mastermind. Very simple. This is in our pinned featured post as well too. I've collected, we have a big mastermind group already, but I asked them yesterday, to guys, what do you want? If we could talk about anything, here's the top things that they talked about. Number one, follow-up systems, so you don't get confused. And number two, time management. Who here would love to learn better time management? You can juggle being a mom and a grandparent and your job and your businesses and this too. These are some of the topics and more that we want to cover in those. We can't do it here, but we can do it there. You can self-select. You can be a part of that. So my encouragement to you is this. Aim to be a part of that. How? Aim, just like Veronica, what she said, I'm aiming for 3 this week. If you do 3 a week for the next 4 weeks, guess what? You're going to hit 10 and 2. Or if you're a superstar, you might just say, let me do this week. Let me just do it as fast as possible. Veronica's like, come on, that's what I'm talking about. I want a good challenge. Veronica, you don't have a week. You have 3 days. Okay. So good luck. I'm just kidding, but not really. So
I accept the challenge.
What was that?
I accept the challenge.
You accept the challenge. Come on. Guys, let's go. That's the attitude. If you accept that challenge to be the next 10 and 2 or do it again, put it in the chat like what Angela said, challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. Have fun with it. Hey, if you fail, you make money. That's what's so cool here. There's nothing bad about this. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Everybody, such an honor. I hope this was helpful. We want to continue to equip you with the best of things. We'll see you guys on breakfast.